Well, you guys got two choices. I can slow down, or you can speed the fuck up.
Oh,
I ain't slowing down.
All right, now let's go. Hey, dude. Hey, hey, dude.
oh no. Oh, boo earns. Oh, sorry. That was a good one.
Right at the line?
Yeah, 400 feet from the
I
line.
honestly cannot believe the C's stayed away.
What the fuck?
With the amount of A's and B's in that race, that was like amazing. Freaking amazing. That's a big frog. Look at there, little guy.
Text to speech enabled.
Hey, Watts. Thank you very much. I can talk more. I get to the top of this hill. Oh, this hill's gonna be cold this morning. Could have probably wore long sleeves. Oh, cold, cold, cold! It's perfect not going downhill. I have no more gears, I can't go any faster. There's no sprinting. Oh, this person passed me right on the wrong spot. Now I'm gonna get them. maybe not. Those people took those train tracks fast. See those train tracks back there? They're angled in such a way that you can drive over them really fast. But they freak everybody out. So usually what happens is they pass me, slam their brakes on to do 20k an hour to go over the tracks, and then I end up blasting past them because I fly over the tracks full speed. But that car, he took those tracks how you're supposed to take them. Oh, look at that. That was good timing. Yeah, they're weird. They're like this weird angled thing. Like, it's hard to explain, but yeah, you can go really fast over them. I felt last night, the last couple rides, it felt like my seat wasn't tilted correctly. So I tilted it back a little bit, and it's way worse. Oh, I was in the mall the other day, and this guy in this big, huge truck. Of course Spoon says that. This guy in this big lifted truck went pretty much like almost to a stop to go over a speed bump. I feel like I'm sitting too much on my balls now. Seat needs to be tilted back. I think not as far as it was, but closer to where it was. Like, I gotta meet in the middle.
I truly don't understand how other dudes ride on their balls.
Yeah,
It hurts so bad.
Well, when I had my bike fit done, my seat was supposed to be nose down, I think 3.5 degrees. And that totally felt planted with my sit bones on the seat. Felt awesome. But I got a new seat, and I tried to buy the exact same one, but Specialized. My seat that I had was from 2016, and it seems like Specialized, it's the same saddle, same model, but it's has some tweaks to it. And so I set it up the same as the other one, and it felt pretty good, but just not quite there. Like, it felt weird in the back. This seat has a tiny bit of a kick in the back. So last night, I didn't bring out my level. I just eyeballed it and kept tilting it back. And that was my first mistake, because eyeballing it, you're not good at eyeballing. I think I moved it way too far, like the nose.
iPhone is great level.
Yeah, I actually have. I have a like really high-end digital like level. But in this case, I was like, who needs that? I'll just eyeball it. Eyeballing is wrong. It's not bad, but I can definitely feel pressure or weight has moved.
Getting the vid flicker to black screen randomly.
Uh-oh. No, I'm not. One sec. Maybe I am. Let me take a look here. Oh, I totally am. Ouch. Pull that out. It looked like it for a sec. I thought the same thing.
I only see.
Scene switched up. Live. VELABOX. 2688. 67 milliseconds.
That seems to be better. Seems to be better. I was watching a whole bunch of reviews on because DJI just released their Osmo Action 4 yesterday. Seems kind of a weird release date. A month before. Well, I guess if your product is going to be way better than the GoPro, a month before GoPro is a good idea, but now it gives all these reviewers one full month to tell you that your product isn't quite as good as the GoPro that came out last year. Ouch.
I am sure they all have spies in every company.
Yeah. A lot of reviewers are saying this probably shouldn't have been called the Osmo Action 4. Should have been called the Osmo Action 3S.
I saw YT vids comparing new camera to 11 when the 12 will be out soon.
Yeah, like the 12 is going to be out next month, probably. And most of the reviews, a lot of the I don't know. You can kind of tell which videos are sponsored by DJI, because I was watching the videos in 4K, full screen, and they're like, oh yeah, DJI really stepped it up and the quality's so much better than GoPro, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like looking at all their comparison videos. They have the split screen. I'm going, I don't see that it's better. It's like they're close to the same. I said in most of the videos, the GoPro looked a little bit better. DJI has this weird yellow tinge for skin tones. But it honestly should be way better though, because it's 11 months after the Hero 11 came out. So everyone's doing all these comparison videos saying, well, you know, it's pretty close to the 11. No, it should be blowing the 11 out. That's why I appreciate DC Rainmaker's videos. I find he gives completely honest opinions on things.
I think only next improvement will be bigger sensors.
Yeah, well, what's funny is like that's what the DJI was like, look at our sensors bigger. But even a lot of the low light comparisons, yeah, the low light in the DJI was better, but it's not that much better. Who are all these people going out filming in the dark with an action camera? I would like to know this. Who are these people?
True Terry always says you need light to film.
Yeah, well, so it's like if most of your filming is like in dark, dusk, and early dawn where it's dark, you're not gonna buy an action camera, ever. Like, why are you buying an action camera? If your main focus is filming at those times of the day, you get a real camera with a big honkin' lens that pulls in tons of light.
Have you ever tried to stream HDMI in the Star Trail mode?
No, I haven't. That sounds interesting. I accidentally left it on the on 5K, the 8:7 ratio. That actually looked pretty damn good. I left it on by mistake, and it still comes out in that resolution out of HDMI, but it down converts it to 1080. But the 8:7 ratio looked pretty awesome. I thought the actual, other than you had big black bars beside the on the screen, but I thought the overall picture quality looked pretty kick-ass. Oh, that was the wrong gear. Beautiful day. Oh, they got the parking lot done, looks like. This passenger ferry is supposed to start next on the 14th. Oh, it looks pretty good. Oh, they got the roundabout. Oh, they got it all.
Roundabout to confuse everyone how it works.
Yeah. Oh, I think I've like taken a wrong turn here. Get the heck back out of here. Oh, it looks good. I'm pretty surprised. When they said that the days that they were going to open, I was thinking there's not a chance, but like it's looking pretty good over there. Whew. That was a good stretch. Done a really good job with the flowers and plants in these, and the people have done a really good job of not screwing them all up. Morning. Now that I'm warmed up, this really is a perfect day. Perfect riding day. You know, there's people doing U's in bike lanes.
There was video of car driving down a bike lane again.
Yeah, that happens every day. Like, they finally give us a bike lane and there's cars driving in it.
My lane. I pay all the taxes.
Yeah. Oh, I love those debates. 98% of the people don't know.
Not sure if you wasted your time reading the comments on that tweet I sent you.
Oh, I did. I went through. That biker, okay, that cyclist, I do agree, was going faster than he should have been. But the whole stopping at stop signs, I don't think most cyclists needs to come to a full, complete 100% stop. And I think the problem is the perception of people who drive, who don't ride a bike, don't understand the view you have on a bike and the fact that you're going super slow. A car comes up to a stop sign, they're doing 50, they have to brake from 50 to 0. I'm only doing 20 on my bike. Like, as I come up to an intersection, I've scanned the intersection 35 times before I get to it. And I slow down to 5 and then I like roll along on my merry way. Like, then we're talking about speed bumps. Look at this.
To 30 is fast on a bike and super slow on car. You can't compare.
Yeah, so I have better visibility. I'm going slower. Yeah, that's the right perfect time for that. I don't know what that person was doing. Yeah, I'm going slower. I have better visibility. And if I see a car in a four-way stop, if I see their bumper pull in, I stop and let them go. But rolling through stop signs, especially now that they're putting bike lanes. So if I'm turning right into a street that has a bike lane, is it really necessary for me to come to a full, complete stop, look for cars, and then ride into the bike lane? No, man. I roll up, I look that there's no other cyclists coming, and I turn right into the bike lane. I'm not infringing on any car. Cars shouldn't be freaked out because I'm not going into their lane. I'm going into the bike lane.
Yes, cause the cars will drive in the bike lane long.
Well, that's exactly what happens in Toronto. We're like, what the hell is that cyclist doing? What do they call it? The Idaho stop? Or something like that. The something California stop. Because they're talking about making that a law that you're allowed to do that.
There is a car ad where cyclists did just that and car swerves for no reason.
Yeah. Well, that's because people who drive can't control their car and they get freaked out over everything. If people followed the rules of the road, like with merging and stuff, they wouldn't need to be freaked out when they see a cyclist. Oh, the water is nice and calm today. Oh look, there's a big heron right there. That's a big one.
Most drivers don't know the width length of their cars.
No, they have no clue. That was very apparent. There was a guy.
They do a wheelie.
Yeah. On the bike lanes that I ride up in the north end all the time, because they had to narrow the streets, and there was so many people on social media freaking out how their mirrors almost touch. And some guy who I guess knows traffic code, like for building roads, chimed in, was like, no man, those roads are still like 8 meters wide. You can drive 2 rigs beside them, you know, in opposite direction, and the semi trucks will still have 5 feet between their mirrors. So if you can't drive your Hyundai without freaking out, you should probably go redo your license.
Odd to see that bird near deep water.
Yeah, he's just sitting on the pylons there, the few logs. He's probably gonna go catch a fish later.
All the ones I've seen are in swamps the neck they walk around.
Oh yeah,
Or rivers.
yeah, the big herons, the blue herons around here, they're usually hanging out by the ocean. They're usually not on the logs like that. They usually walk along the shore.
work on the new ferry?
Maybe. They said, well, that ferry has different tiers of quality level of seats. And I hear if you buy the upper end package, you get Wi-Fi. Or maybe everyone gets Wi-Fi. But you never know. Like when you take the normal ferry, you get cell signal for quite a ways out there. Just maybe not, I don't know about enough signal to actually stream. It's kind of interesting because camping last week, so where we were camping, there was like barely 1 bar of cell service. Barely. Most of the time, no cell service. Every once in a while, you get 1 bar. And, just go. And like, text messages would sneak through with the 1 bar. But when you were out on the kayaks, I would get like 4 bars of service out in the ocean. We went whale watching, and we were in the middle of nowhere on the ocean, and I was getting 5G. What the hell? This is the signal, I guess, bounces off the water better. It was interesting though, because I guess that is true. On the water it goes farther, because my wife and I, when we were kayaking, we could be quite a ways away from each other, and you could hear what the other person was saying when they were talking to you.
Blame it on the trees.
Well, I think, because when you're close to shore, there's usually a mountain behind you, or you have better line of sight out on the ocean. It was pretty much like if you wanted to go send an email or something, you jump in the kayak and row 200 meters out.
I've also had time where no bars biking around brother's house, not sure how people are living there with no signal.
Yeah. Well, like here it's so hit and miss, but yeah, it was just kind of funny. Whale watching was really weird because we were an hour offshore. There was islands around, but I was sending picture messages to my wife from the boat that's way out there. Hey, cool zebra, how's it going?
Hello.
Sorry for the heavy breathing. Gotta get up this last big hill here. There's not enough cars to drown it out.
mean to apologize. You were riding a bike uphill. That's my world when I ride.
Oh, nice. I'm not much of a hill guy. I'm way too fat. All right. Made it.
Again, welcome to world. I'm fat and riding to lose weight.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I'm fat and I ride to eat more food. That seems to be lately. Why did I ride 18 hours this week? And I didn't lose any weight. I really like riding, and I enjoy it, and it's fun, and it helps you get in good shape, but I also really love eating. So my goal has more turned into be like the in shape fat guy at the group rides, where you show up and everyone's like, oh, I don't know if that guy's going to be able to keep up, and then you totally ride with the front group the whole time. And you're like,
Yes, exactly. First time seeing my cousin in 12 year, and as I picked him up at the airport, he pointed at my gut and said, "What happened there?"
what do you mean Timbits happened? All the Timbits. I find for me, I mean everyone else probably notices this too, but the older I get, the increasingly difficult it is to lose weight. You know, I was always hovering around like a comfortable weight, you know, comfortable for myself, where I was like, oh yeah, I'm fine being this.
Yes, it is.
And normally when, you know, 20 years ago, I could gain 10, 15 pounds and be like, oh, you know, put in a few weeks of hard work, boom, weight's gone. Now, if I gain 5 pounds, it feels like a 3-month expedition to lose those 5 pounds. And I find now that
It takes months to lose 5.
yeah, and you can't eat anything. Like before, if I just increased my physical activities a little bit, I could eat the same and the weight would just disappear. Now I have to ride 20 hours a week and pretty much eat nothing, and the weight barely goes away. So I kind of just gave up earlier in the year. I'm like, yeah, this is the way it is. I'm just gonna be fat. All right, the tunnel. Let's start a streak after vacation here. Get it in a good gear. My front tire's kind of low though.
VELABOX 584 11.
No, I didn't.
Scene switched up. Live VELABOX 966 68 milliseconds.
Oh, I hauled ass.
Cool_zebra is now following.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Zeba. I went so fast in that tunnel today. That was a sprint. I even got winded. This is a long light. Dog is getting impatient and howling. Now that I've ridden on the seat for 50 minutes, it's not as bad as I initially said it was.
Dog is like, bro, I can run faster.
Totally. That was like a big, huge hound dog too. Just filling up that entire wagon.
Going to work now. Better have just called out to let me know coffee is ready.
Nice.
Have a great ride. Glad I found your stream.
Thanks.
Take care.
Thanks for stopping by. I'm almost at work. Okay, that was hard enough for last effort.
That reminds me, gotta figure out lunch soon.
Oh yes, lunch soon. Because you're in the future. And in that future, it is almost lunchtime. So if Justin Trudeau is breaking up with his wife, are we going to see him go?
East Coast, West Coast.
Are we going to see Justin Trudeau go off the rails even more? Is he going to become like a strip club prime minister? Because he doesn't have a wife.
Because he can run for re-election, so no need to be married anymore.
Well, I guess after, because what is it? After you, well, actually, I'm pretty sure he's allowed to run for re-election because in Canada, there's no rules about going again and again. But I think after 2 terms, he gets a full pension. So there's no real reason because he'll make a crap ton of money not working. So who is on?
Oh, thought Canada also had the 2-term max.
No, Canada, you can go forever. Oh, she's in Dubai. Let's go.
Shows how much I know about politics.
Yeah, because that's what's dumb about the States. So what happens if you have an amazing kick-ass person and then you're like, nah, you've done 2 terms, you're out.
Is on MTV.
Like, no, man, you're awesome, but like, we don't want you anymore. But yeah, Canada, you can kind of go forever and ever and ever as long as people keep voting you. It'll be interesting the next election because it always seems like the East Coast is where all the votes get decided.
Or he already had an affair and just waited it out.
Yeah, or that. That could be very true as well.
Hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel.
What?
Viewers, followers, views.
Oh my
chatbots.
gosh, really?
The price is lower than any competitor.
Sweet.
The quality is guaranteed to be the best.
Oh, the best.
Auto on.